Hello, I'm Lee Buckner, and you are watching my video, Creating YouTube Videos with Accurate Closed Captioning. This video will have 4 parts. The first part is a brief review of the federal and Louisiana Community Technical College system policies that obligate us to ensure that the content of our classes are accessible to all students. The second part of this video will show you how to create a YouTube account and how to upload a video to that account. The third part of this video will show you how to access and edit YouTube's closed captioning features. And the last part of this video will demonstrate how to embed your YouTube videos in a Canvas course. The Federal Rehabilitation Act of 1973 and the Americans with Disability Act of 1990 jointly established that K-12 and higher education students with disabilities are entitled to equal access to instruction materials. In a 2010 open letter sent by the U.S. Department of Education to U.S. college presidents, it was clarified that this right to equal access to materials must be maintained even as colleges and universities utilize new technologies in instruction. The next year, the Department of Education published a follow-up FAQ document with more specific requirements. 2 of those requirements that I want to bring special attention to are the requirements that accessibility be maintained for both traditional and virtual instruction, and that accessibility be maintained in a class even if no disabled students are known to be enrolled. In 2018, the Louisiana Community and Technical College system adopted the Accessibility of Content Delivered Electronically policy, which states that its member colleges should meet all Department of Education benchmarks for accessibility, including the 2 that I just referenced. So, if you are looking for tips on making your online content more accessible to all students, one great resource is the Web Accessibility Initiative, which is a part of the World Wide Web Consortium. Their website is w3.org/WAI. With the remainder of this video, I want to focus on improving accessibility for hearing impaired students. The primary accommodation that hearing impaired students need in online classes is the inclusion of closed captioning in video content. Next, I will show you how to upload videos to YouTube and make corrections to YouTube closed captioning so that your content can meet the benchmarks for accountability as required by the Department of Education. In this portion of the video, I'm going to show you how to upload your video onto youtube.com. For this demonstration, I'm using a PC and the Google Chrome browser. So first thing you want to do, starting from the YouTube homepage, is to go to the top right and click Sign In. When I do this, it's going to default ask to log into my Gmail account. You will need some form of Google account to log into Yahoo. If you don't have one set on your PC, this link will give you an opportunity to create a Google account. So I click on my Gmail to sign in, enter my password, and once I log in, it's going to start at the home page for my YouTube. Before we create a video, I want to draw attention to something quickly on the left-hand side. If you go over here on the left and click Your Videos, once you have created and uploaded videos, they'll all be visible here. So you can see I have a bunch of different economic videos down here. Those are all set to public, meaning that my students can access them either by searching for my content on YouTube or in Google, or seeing it through links that I post in Canvas. I also have a couple of unlisted videos. That means things that cannot be seen unless I give somebody the specific link for it. So it's personal stuff, like the one here in the top is a video showing my house sitter how to take care of the litter box for my cats. So here's the content I've already created. So let's upload a new video. To do that, you want to go up to the top right and click Create. And once you do that, you'll get a drop-down box. Click Upload Videos. Here, you'll be asked to select which file you want to upload. So the file I'm going to upload is actually the first couple minutes of this video to slideshow I created. So click that, click open, and then it's going to start the process of uploading the video to YouTube. So as it's uploading, you're going to be asked to answer some questions and enter some data about your video. First thing you're going to do is a title. The default title is going to be whatever the file name was for your video. And then you can, and it's recommended that you enter a description of your video. So I'll just put introduction here. And then you can keep on going through the next to upload some more information about your file. So next is asking you about some video elements. Probably don't need to worry about this unless you or are more savvy YouTube user. It's about cards and how to link different things, and it's mostly about advertising. Going here through checks, as YouTube processes the video you upload, they are going to check and see if there's any copyrighted information in your video. If there is, really the main thing this will affect is your ability to monetize the video. For most educators, you're not going to get anywhere near enough views to get any kind of monetization out of YouTube. I don't think I've ever made any money, not even pennies, off my YouTube videos. The last thing it's going to ask you about is your visibility. Now this is pretty important. For up here, save and publish, you probably want to select make your videos public. So what that means is people will be able to see your video if you provide them a direct link to it, but they'll also be able to see it if they search for your channel or your video on YouTube. So it makes it more accessible for your students. Once you do all that, click publish. Now, word of warning here, when you publish your video, you are not going to immediately have access to the closed captioning features. It takes a while for YouTube to actually go through to have its AI review your video and to create the closed captioning. So once you upload a video, you probably want to give it a good half hour to an hour before you go and actually try and edit the closed captioning. So at this point, we're going to take a pause in this video and I'll come back and restart in an hour so we can look at the closed captioning for this video that I just uploaded. And we're back. It's been about 1 day since I initially uploaded the video into my YouTube channel. Starting again from the content page, you can see the video I uploaded here. If you click on the video, you can see on the left-hand side of the video details that we now have a subtitles tab. Click on that tab and you can then go to the right, duplicate and edit, click that, and access the subtitles that YouTube automatically created for the video. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the slides, the automatic subtitles created by YouTube often do not meet the benchmarks for accountability for hearing impaired students that was defined by the Department of Education. With the ability to edit these subtitles, though, you can go in and make them accurate enough to meet these benchmarks for accountability. So what I'm going to do first, I prefer to go to Edit Timings, click here, and from Edit Timings, you can see what the subtitling will be for each set of closed captioning. So you can say here first, I'm Lee Buckner. I'm should be a capital. Lee Buckner is a proper noun. That's my name, so that should be capitalized as well. And YouTube should also be capitalized. So it's a capital Y and a capital T on YouTube. So those are just small corrections. But if you scroll through, you can see each one of the captions that's created by YouTube. You can see Louisiana Community Technical College System. It's Louisiana Community and Technical College System. So make that insertion there. And as you go through your video, make all the edits that you want. Eventually, you can get up to Publish. Click that, and it will save your edits. So if we go here, Edit, you can see the Lee Buckner was corrected, so that will come up accurately in the subtitles. And then you can also see the YouTube corrected as well. Once you edit the subtitles and publish them, that will be the default information presented when someone turns on the closed captioning for your video. So with your subtitles corrected and your video published, we're ready to put the content in your Canvas course. For the last portion of this video, I'm going to show you how to post your YouTube video in a Canvas course so you can share it with your students. So starting back at our video details page, you notice two things. On the left, you can see a link to view your video in YouTube, and on the right, you can see something called video link. Now, as a word of caution, I suggest you do not use this video link and post this in your Canvas course. The reason is that will often not accurately present the video in your Canvas course. What I actually advise you do is go to the link here on the right click it, and then copy the link address that you get from this. With that link address, go into a Canvas course. I have a tab open here, and go into your modules. And if you click on the plus sign at the top of any modules, you'll get the option to add an external URL. Click that and enter the URL for your YouTube page right here. We'll call this YouTube video and click add item. And you should see that video link posted at the bottom of the module. Be sure to publish it by clicking this button over here on the right. Click on this here, and you should see your video pop up in your YouTube video pop up in your Canvas class. If you click play, it should go.
Hello, I'm Lee Buckner, and you are watching my video, Creating YouTube Videos with Accurate Closed Captioning.